For a long time, I've watched people group these stories together and call them the same. The Gumiho, the Huli Jing, the Kitsune. At a glance, they look alike. Fox spirits, shapeshifters, creatures that have lived beside humans for centuries. And in a way, they do share roots. But follow their stories closely, and something begins to shift. Not just in what they do, in what they are allowed to be. China's fox, the Huli Jing. She moves through the human world, through literature, through centuries of stories. And she is never just one thing. In Strange Tales from a Chinese studio, she appears as a scholar, a lover, a protector, a deceiver. Sometimes she brings ruin. Sometimes she saves a life. Sometimes she falls in love and stays. She has room to be dangerous, room to be kind, room to be both in the same story. She is not fixed. She shifts between warmth and danger, between the human world and something beyond it, and the world makes space for her to do that. She lives among humans, close enough to touch, but never required to become one. Japan's Kitsune. You find her at the gate of something sacred. Stone, still, watching. At Inari shrines across Japan, fox statues stand guard, not as decoration, not as warning, but as presence. She is the messenger of Inari, the kami of rice, of harvest, of prosperity. She can trick you, possess you, lead you somewhere you didn't mean to go. But she does all of this within a world that already knows her name. She has a place in the divine order, a role that was given to her, and that no one can take away. She is sacred, even when she is dangerous, even when she resists. The structure holds her, and she holds the structure. She has a place, a role, a world that already knows where she belongs. And then there's Korea's Gumiho. She has neither. No shrine built in her name, no role assigned by any god, no sacred order that claims her. She is powerful. Centuries of life, knowledge that no human could carry, the ability to see what others cannot. And yet, in story after story, that power leads to the same place. Not a throne, not a shrine, not a name in the divine order, not even a place to stand. Just a question. What would you give, what would you become to be allowed in? Fox spirits across East Asia are often linked to spiritual energy, sometimes even a jewel. But in Korean stories, that idea becomes something much more intimate. The Yowu Gusul, a fox bead. Small, luminous, holding something of her essence, her knowledge, her power, everything she has gathered across centuries of watching. In some traditions, a fox's power is something it keeps, something hidden, something protected. But here, In some stories, it is taken from her. In others, she offers it willingly to a human. Not to harm them, to be known by them. She places everything she is into something small enough to hold, and holds it out. That gesture, that is the difference. The Huli Jing keeps her power moving through the world. Fluid, hidden, hers. The Kitsune moves within a world that has a name for her. A shrine. A gate built around it. And the Gumiho. She takes everything she has gathered across centuries and makes it small enough for a human hand to hold. Not to threaten, not to impress, not to take anything, but to be known. The Huli Jing is rarely asked to prove herself. She moves freely because the world has room for her. The Kitsune is rarely asked to give anything up. She is held, but held with reverence. But the Gumiho stands at the edge of the human world, holding everything she is, and waits to see if it's enough. Centuries of waiting. And the answer, more often than not, was silence. Now place them side by side. China, she lives with humans. Japan, she belongs to the sacred. Korea, she stands outside both. Maybe that's why her story feels different. Not because she is more, not because she is less, but because her question is different. And maybe that question isn't only hers. What do you think? Why the liver of all things? And a feeling Koreans carry that has no name in any other language. Next, the weight of 1,000 years.
I am Aria, hear my call. Aria, hear my call. Whispers rising, shadows fall. Old soul stories carved in scars under silence.